Hello, the PSN community. I'm Asif, the community manager, and today we are joined by Liz Anning from Pillow Partners. Welcome, Liz. It's great to have you, and it was also great to meet you for the first time at our recent event in Manchester. How are you today?
Yeah, good, thank you. Yeah, lovely to have met you too.
Amazing. So, would you like to tell our lovely viewers what exactly you do?
Yeah, so Pillow Partners is a serviced accommodation management company. So, as in the name, I work in partnership with property owners to create amazing holiday accommodation and short-term letting for things like people working away from home. So what the management service is, it's a full service where I can fully set up someone's property to get it ready to let out, fully advertise the property, and then fully manage the guests ongoing and all the cleaning and maintenance. So it can be a truly hands-off service for somebody who wants to get into serviced accommodation.
Amazing. And what areas do you specialise in at the moment?
So I own the Lancashire franchise, and the model is about a local and personal presence to make sure it's a quality service. So I have properties all across Lancashire, which is where I live. So I'm able to be on hand to offer a really good quality service.
Lovely. And how did you get into it?
Well, that's a good question. So as with a lot of people, lockdown gave a bit of an epiphany in terms of and time. So I had some buy-to-let properties, and I started to research all types of property investing and join webinars and things like that. And I was very aware the staycation boom was coming. So I decided to learn all about that strategy, and I set up my own properties using the rent-to-rent model. First one was in Matlock in the Peak District, which was really busy because no one could go abroad. And that was really successful when it started out. So I reinvested in Manchester. And I just found that I really enjoyed the world of serviced accommodation, and I thought, why not manage other people's? So whilst I was on the journey of my own property investing, I kept coming across Pillow, and I really liked the ethos of the local personal service. As I got to know them more, I really liked the culture. And the bit that really attracted me to Pillow is that we have a charity as well called Safe Havens. And so we use the holiday accommodation network to support safe retreats. So things like homelessness, domestic abuse. We offer raffle prizes. I'm currently sponsoring Positive Action in the Community in Lancashire, which is a homelessness charity. So I really love the idea of how the wealth in property can really support safe retreats. So for me, when I found Pillow, I loved service accommodation, and I loved the idea of safe retreats. So it was a no-brainer. And so I bought the franchise.
Very good. No, that sounds very wholesome as well and very amazing. But what would you say your biggest win has been so far?
Oh, that's a good question. So I think the biggest win is when setting up and you learn about how all the processes, but the scary thing is finding clients and people that want to work with you. So I think the biggest win is when you get your first clients and you set the property up and it looks amazing, and then it goes out for advertising and you start getting bookings, and it's just really exciting. And I've had lots of really big wins financially and things like that, like big bookings and things, but that first feeling of securing a client and setting up the property for them, you can't really beat that. Yeah.
So obviously a lot of people might be on the start of their journey and stuff. So how did you actually get that first property? What did you do? Can you tell a bit more story about it?
Yes, a lot of networking. So a lot of meeting people and talking about what we do, sort of communicating in terms of what figures could look like, and really giving someone time to the detail, because it's someone's property at the end of the day and it needs to be looked after. So I think the crux of it is just networking and getting to know people, and educating people about what you do.
Amazing. And what would you say
Yes.
your biggest learning has been so far as well? Because property, obviously, you've had a few wins there, but it's not
Yes.
easy, is it, at the end of the day?
No, and with serviced accommodation, there's so many moving parts. There's the maintenance to deal with. There's the guest changeovers. There's different seasons, different types of bookings to generate. And so because of that, my biggest learning has been to have really good time management in place.
Mhm.
And that's something the founder of Pillow actually taught me about. So using Pomodoro, which is timing tasks to make sure you work efficiently, and also time blocking to make sure that that you've actually scheduled in what you're doing that week. But I think the biggest reason to do it is to make sure that you have a work-life balance, because if you're not healthy, then you're not going to give a quality service. So I think really time management is really key to giving quality and staying healthy as well.
That is a very interesting way to put something like that. And I think a lot of people would say the biggest learning is about the strategy itself, but you said about time management, and it's a lot of things that people don't consider really, because as you know, being an entrepreneur, being in property, a lot of people work at long hours as well. So
Yes,
that's really
yes.
refreshing to be able to hear something like that as well, because
No,
it is
right.
about your health.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely, definitely. We need to be healthy and happy. Yeah.
We do. So what are your plans for the future now?
Oh, so to go really big. So I want to really grow my franchise, and have lots of really good quality properties, lots of really good clients, lots of really great bookings. And I want to have a truly successful management service. Alongside that, I want to continue with my own property investing journey. I'm currently going through planning permission to build a new a new house, so hopefully that will come through, and I'll keep that development journey going. So the main things really is to go big, with the motivation to create an amazing legacy for my daughters and family. But I really, going back to the charity side, to do a lot of good along the way as well.
No.
So yeah, to get filthy rich and do a lot of good along the way. That's the aim.
Brilliant ethos. That's exactly the same. My ethos as well. It is. I feel like you need to get to a certain point of being rich, because if you get to that point, then you can give back. You can give that money there. So it's something that
Yeah.
I want to do as well. For me, it
Yes.
is become rich and then create a youth centre. That's my ultimate dream.
Oh, that's amazing. Oh, you'll do it. Just
I,
believe
I
it and you'll
will.
do it.
I'm a big kid, so I'm a big kid, so I
Good.
know I want a youth centre just so I can play around and stuff. But I really want to be able to take these kids and teach them about the stuff that schools don't really teach you, being an entrepreneur, and also mental health is a big focus of mine as well. So
Oh,
it's really
that's
nice to hear what
amazing.
you're saying.
Yeah, that's amazing. You'll be amazing at it, I'm sure.
So in terms of your, have you got a figure in terms of how many units you want to get to as well?
Yeah, I would like to be able to run the a quality service with good properties to 55, and then to review that and see where I can grow beyond that once
Amazing.
I've hit that
No,
point. Yes.
sounds sounds like some great plans as well. So that was brilliant. What we also like to do with our community members and our featured guest Fridays is learn a little bit more about them behind the property. So I always play this little silly
Okay.
game called This or That, and I'll give you like two options. So option one
Okay.
might be apple, option two might be banana, and you just have to quickly choose which one you prefer. So the first
Okay.
one is Would you rather stay in or go out?
Go out.
Lovely.
I love people and experiences, and that really makes me thrive. So yeah.
Agreed. Coffee or tea?
Coffee. Can't stand tea. That's that's it. That's it. And you can have such a great conversation over a coffee.
You can have a great conversation over hot chocolate. I don't drink coffee or tea, to be honest. So
Oh,
hot
it's just
chocolate
that
for me with a marshmallow.
it's that smell and yeah, the taste. It's just and obviously a nice kick in the morning to get you going.
Interesting, because I actually don't like the smell and I don't like the taste, but then you like the smell and you like.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, we'll get you a nice green tea in then.
Dogs or cats?
Dogs.
Oh,
Yes.
go on. Yeah, dogs.
Yeah, I just think that you've got the opportunity to go on long walks. They're very cuddly, very loyal, and a lot of personality. Not to say I don't like cats, but I think dogs slight edge.
Do you have a dog?
No, no, we don't currently have. So we fairly recently moved into a new house, and we've got 4 children between us. So we're kind of managing that at the moment.
You don't need an extra dog there in there as well.
No, and yeah, so 4 children and quite a few properties to care for. So
that's fair enough.
Yeah.
Starters or dessert?
Starters.
Ooh. What is your typical starters then?
Oh, if I could, if money was no object, it would always be some kind of seafood scallops. I'd even have a lobster to start to start with if I could. But generally, if it's seafood or mussels or something like that, and nice garlicky taste, I love a starter. Yeah.
Brilliant. And finally, if you could time travel, would you go to the past or the future?
The future, because I think there's so many exciting things ahead in the world, and it'd be really cool to see them. I've just got a vision of me sat in the car, the Back to the Future car.
What year would you go to?
So not to sound too morbid, but I'd go to a year beyond my potential life expectancy, because I'd never see that. So it'd be really interesting to see, say, in over 100 years' time, what the world would be like.
Yeah, probably be controlled by robots and Apple. That's probably what's going to happen.
True. I think the one thing we can say for sure, though, is there'll always be some kind of property or roof over someone's head.
Yeah, that's true. Property
Yes.
is a safe industry to be in over the long term anyway, isn't
it? Yeah. Yes. Yeah, definitely. Yes.
Brilliant. So I've really enjoyed today's Featured Friday. Is there anything else you would like to add to our lovely viewers?
Oh, it just really resonated with me before when you said about your dream to go and set up the youth centre, and I'd just say that just go for it, and really believe that you can do it, and if you're not happy in a situation, just make change and go for it. That's what I'd say.
That's amazing. I think that as well is advice for everybody, isn't it? That we've all got goals and ambitions, and for some reason we've got these barriers or these things that are just holding us back and stuff. But you're right. Like, just go for it. Literally, just go for it. What can happen? What can happen from it? So I agree.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, exactly.
That's been a fantastic Feature Friday. And viewers, our lovely community, I hope you've enjoyed today's episode as well. I really, really highly recommend you do connect with Liz. I will tag her in the posts as well. But for now, keep being amazing, and we'll see you very soon. Thanks, guys.